In 1981, I happened to be president of Hudson's Bay Oil and Gas, which was a very classy company and well-regarded, well-financed. And we always had bankers always coming along looking for business. Every year, some of the big Swiss banks would come by and give you their view of the world and also looking for business. So this one year, in 1981, we were in the process of having gone through the National Energy Program, and things weren't going that well here. And so these two Swiss bankers came along, and they brought with them their chief economist from Zurich, and he looked like a chief economist from a Swiss bank, and he had white bushy hair and eyebrows and a rumpled suit, and sat down in my office around the table, and he said, "Well, Mr. Haskayne, how are things with you this year?" And I said, "Oh, they're bloody awful." And he said, "Why did you say that?" And I said, "Well, first of all, we got the National Energy Program, we got the Foreign Investment Review Act that isn't very smart. We've got benefits coming down the pike with the Canada Pension Plan and others that we can't afford. We've got inflation that is 18%, and interest rates are at 18%. And we've got Quebec wanting to separate from the country, and so how can you be positive about that?" He said, "Mr. Haskayne, you're painting a very different picture than the one we have in Switzerland." He said, "We deal all over the world." And he said, "We look at Canada in a very different light than that." And he said, I said, "Well, so how did you figure that out?" So we look at Canada this way. He said, "First of all, you're one of the largest land owners in the world. You live next to your greatest trading partner. You have enormous natural resources. You have oil, and you have natural gas, and you have wheat, and you have minerals, and so on. And you have developed capital markets. You have great infrastructure with roads and airports. And he rented through the whole list, the greatest supply of fresh water in the world, an educated workforce." And finally he got down this long laundry list, but very slow. I didn't know where he was coming. And finally at the end he said, "Mr. Haskayne, I suggest that you're a country in search of a problem." And every one that I had listed as negative, we created ourselves, either through legislation or stupidity or just bad judgment. Everything that he listed, we were given to that, from either through our predecessors, our grandparents, or the fact that we just live in a rich country. And there's a big lesson there.